Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film a quick video of what I've done this past week. I tried to do the best that I could in my catch-all planner with the writing. It takes me a lot longer to write because I'm really twitchy when my hand hurts. But having said that, let's talk about my planners. So this is my Traveler's Notebook standard size. I have the Sterling Ink N1 in here. In here I have the Wonderland 222 A5 cousin size, and this is my Sterling Ink Common Planner. This is my catch-all in a Hobonichi cover. Let's go with this one first. I keep my meals, steps, all that in here. I need to fill in my steps for yesterday and then my weight for today. Here is where I keep track of my sleep based on our Sleep Number bed. So this has been going good. I like keeping track of this here in the monthly layout. So same thing, I need to write down what I ate yesterday. I need to fill in this morning. So I also keep track of my sleep over here based on the tracker that I wear on my wrist. Now let's jump to my Wonderland 222. I use this as my writer's notebook. I tried to film this past weekend when I was setting this up for September, but I was having problems with the filming. My husband bought me a new stand to use and it doesn't stretch far enough into the table. So this is my tracker. I went ahead and crossed out the days in this particular case for my exercise where I know that I will not be exercising on weekends because he's home. And then let me show you. So in the Wonderland 222, you get the August review and then the September overview. So over here, I split up the page again to put my wins and basically my loss, what I wasn't able to accomplish for August. I like to draw in the month of September so that at a glance I can look to see how many days I wrote. Again, this is my writer's notebook, so I'm hoping to self-publish. I've been working in this rough draft, revising this rough draft now for, I don't even want to say, but so I was able to write on Tuesday. I didn't yesterday. I was kind of resting my hands and just zoning out. Today's Thursday. Over here is my goals for September. I gave myself 3. The fourth goal is generally for myself and my husband, what I would call adventures for us, but it's been pretty warm out here in Southern California and we would rather stay inside with the air conditioning. Book goal 1 is my writing, 2 is my health, 3 is self-care. And then these are the things that I hope to accomplish for each specific goal. And I kept it easy because I want to be able to accomplish it. This is my September layout. Here I keep track of the weather and then any appointment or important dates I will put on top. So the top half of the box will be important dates. Bottom half will be the weather. So I need to put in the weather for yesterday. And then on the 14th, the HB90 class is starting up again and I may sit through it again. I'm not really sure. And then this is the first week of September and what it looks like. Mail I keep down here, and then the important appointments or dates I put up here on top. So you can see here I have Sterling Ink is releasing their 2026 products. So since I'm in Southern California, it's Pacific time. So for me, it's going to be at 7 a.m. The 2026 stuff will be up for sale. So I need to think about what else, if anything, I want to order from her. So that's all I want to share with you here because I've shown the pages back here in other videos. And then lastly, let's go with the Sterling Ink A5 Common Planner. This is my catch-all. Move that to the side. So I pulled the cover out from in here because it's, you know, chunking up pretty good. And it's held up really well. And this is September. Here I am also keeping track of the weather. And then let me show you the weekly. This is my weekly layout for this week. I decided to go with a Gudetama theme. I think I picked this up either at Daiso, Sanrio, or I picked it up from our trip from Walt Disney World at Epcot in the Japanese pavilion area. They have a Japanese shop there where they sell Japanese items, and I kind of get the feeling that's where I picked this up. Are we in frame? Packages are over here. The garden stuff is down here. I decided to kind of keep track of my walks here in this row, and I sort of like how it's working out. And then this is for last week. And let me show you. Okay, so I think my last flip through I think was here, because I had Kit Kat, I had my acupuncture, my sister dropped off some dim sum for me, and then I printed out, or I pasted down a recipe that I got from a magazine, which I'm pretty sure is Costco. My nephew is in Hawaii, and he decided to take another tour at one of the ranches on one of the islands, and so he took some pictures, and I went ahead and put them in my book. I've never been to Hawaii. I don't know if we're ever gonna go, because I'm not a fan of plane rides. I think in my lifetime I've done 3. That would be flying to Florida, flying back from Florida, and then flying home from visiting my father-in-law before he passed. So that would be the 3 flights. But he's there working. So this was, he did a boat tour ride. And so these were some pictures that he took. And so obviously he's under here. Over here, I decided to do a September page. Hopefully this will motivate me to do some more things. So I put 2 down for reading, family time, in case my husband and I decide to go on a little adventure and go do something. I will put that here. This is for movie nights. I generally don't watch a whole lot of movies. My attention span is really short. So if I'm not interested in like the first 5 or 10 minutes, I basically zone out. So hopefully we can find something to watch together. I put meat here. We have started looking at adopting a dog again. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I thought in case it did, I would put that here. And then I put a buy sticker. This is Monday, so it was Labor Day. My husband decided he wanted to barbecue, so while he was out there barbecuing some chicken, Kit Kat decided to show up, and he hung out with us for a little bit before he took off. And then these are 2 photos. One is of my orchid that was given to me by my orchid buddy. She passed away almost 12 years ago, so I miss her a lot. But every time one of her orchids bloom, you know, one of the orchids that she gave me, every time it blooms, I think of her. That's her way of saying hi to me. So it was really nice to see this orchid in bloom. And then up here is a dragon fruit. I adopted a lot of my mom's plants when they moved from like our family home. They downsized to a smaller home. I ended up with a lot of her plants, and one of them was her dragon fruit that she could not bloom. She couldn't get it to fruit, and thankfully it's been doing it here for me. So when this one's ready to go, I'm gonna give it to my sister so she can chop it up and give it to my mom. And that is it. I haven't done too much. This took me a long time to write, so that's why you don't really see too much writing on the other pages. I was able to do that one. This took me a long time to write, and it's so short, but you know, I wanted to have the nice writing so I could be able to read it. So I plan to go back when my hand's better and try to fill it in. But that's it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I generally do after the pin videos of my planners. This is my Sterling Ink N1, Sterling Ink Common Planner, and then the Wonderland 222. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.